sing a happy song together, and we'll all be a happy family.
Hi, welcome back to the channel. Well, this has to be one of the most difficult projects I've worked on. It just keeps giving. So let's have a look. Right, I've removed the bracket that was here, which held the two selenium rectifiers. There's one of them. Two selenium rectifiers and a bunch of capacitors. And I found there was this odd 16 microfarad capacitor tacked on, which has just come off, which goes to somewhere completely different. So I've got to sort that one out. And in addition, there was a capacitor that had melted all over the place back here, with all this black sort of tar that had come out of it. It was laid in there, and it looked very much like this one here, and it was tucked in down there. So I thought, while I've got access with these valves out of the way and that bracket out of the way, I'll just change that. All I've got to do is swap it out, find out what value it is, and stick a new one in, eh? No. It is not that simple. Well, here's the beast. And it has you completely melted. All this tar has run out. Tar has also run out from the other end. So it's obviously got very hot. So I thought, okay, let's see what value it is. And it turns out to be 0.2 microfarads plus 100 ohms. So it's a composite component with a resistor and a capacitor in it. And it's got 220 volts AC or 2000 volts. I presume that's 2000 volts DC. And the temperature is rated at 70 C, and it's by Fraco. And I'm not sure what these other markings mean. Now, if anybody watching this knows anything about these, I'd be grateful to know, because I think we do have two of the same. I've just dropped that one. But I expect this thing to be the same. It has the looks, yeah, looking at it there, you can just about see the values on it. And I am expecting to find two of these, because in the diagram there are two shown. So they're all to do with the motor. Now, there they are. I think those are the ones. It'll be a bit of a coincidence if there are other components with the same value. So the 0.2 microfarads with 100 ohms in series, and they've got switches across them, and one's shown as being open and one's shown as being closed. So I imagine these two switches are going together, and it applies one or the other to these motor windings, to there or to there. And what I think's happening is the motor has to run two different directions, all because of this reversing capability, that the tape can run either way, which has made this machine extremely overcomplicated, far more complicated than the Elizabethan reel-to-reel that I worked on recently. Just to achieve that, it's made it mechanically and electrically very complicated. And these are connected back to the windings over here. So I'm not sure how this all works. I assume that simply the motor will run one way or the other, depending on whether you selected forward play or reverse play on the tape. and switches either one of these two resistor capacitor combos in. So I need to find a way of replacing that, which presumably I can do with just a beefy 100 ohm resistor and a 0.2 microfarad capacitor, or 0.22 I'll probably have to use. So yeah, that's another problem, and I haven't even sorted out the power supply yet and built the new rectifiers and put new capacitors there to make something up that will fit in here. I mean, the newer components are smaller, quite a lot smaller, so there should be plenty of room there for the two rectifiers and the capacitors associated with them. As I say, I'm pretty sure that this one is the other capacitor shown in that diagram. So one was mounted down here, tucked under there, which made it very difficult to get out, especially as it was stuck to this by the tar. And another little gift is that this resistor isn't connected one end, so I don't know what's happened there either, and that's just a connector that's getting in the way at the moment. Right, so that one may be okay, but since that one failed catastrophically, it's probably a good idea not to reuse it if I can avoid it. So I need to replace two of those, and I need to build this circuit here as well for the rectifiers and smoothing, and I need also to do the normal recapping of the bits underneath, which are all bunched together very tightly, so that's not going to be much fun either. And there's all these switches. Now if you again have a look at the diagram, and you can see all these switches switching different solenoids, presumably switching the motor direction as well, and it is horrifically complex, and to be honest I'm not sure whether I can get this to work, because it is so complicated, and it's not laid out that logically, with odd components tucked in where they could fit them in totally different parts of the board, like my mystery capacitor that's just fallen off. I need to label the wire, that little red wire there, so I know that it went to that 16 microfarad cap. So that's an update on it, and it's going to be a very long and slow, laborious project anyway. So I think I'll just nibble away at it a little bit at a time, and hopefully maybe one day it will gradually come good. So I hope that's been of interest, and you can see why this is taking time. I'm not getting a lot of time to work on it either. But yeah, it's a really difficult one. I think I could prefer to fix 6 dial chords instead of doing this. So that gives you some idea of how this thing feels. Right, thanks for watching then, and we'll catch you in the next one, and bye for now.
Sing the happy song together, fill the air with harmony. Sing the happy song together, that's the song to choose. For pushing away the blues, keep the heartstrings throbbing, and the good times coming. It will keep on humming a melody. Sing the happy song together, and we'll all be a happy family.